In the noise and chaos of life, there are figures whose mere presence can disturb our peace, test our self-control, and chip away at our inner strength. They don't always announce themselves as threats, yet, as we let them into our lives, they quietly shape our thoughts, actions, and even our character. The ancient philosophy of Stoicism teaches us to be vigilant about the company we keep, for some will guide us closer to our purpose, while others will quietly, persistently, lead us astray. Stoicism, a philosophy crafted and practiced by great thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, wasn't designed to simply tell us how to live. It was meant to show us how to endure. Stoics believe in the power of virtue, wisdom, and self-control, advocating that we rise above destructive emotions and refuse to be swayed by the chaotic nature of the world around us. One of their key teachings warns us to be cautious about the types of people we allow into our lives. They understood that the wrong influence can push us off course, leaving us adrift, struggling to find our way back to our true selves. Here, we explore the 7 types of people the Stoics caution us to avoid, not with judgment but with vigilance and wisdom. 1. The manipulator. Manipulators are among the most dangerous influences in our lives. They often disguise their intentions under layers of charm, seemingly innocent requests, or persuasive reasoning. Their goal is subtle control. Manipulators don't need to wield physical power. They shape their world, and ours, through quiet influence. Seneca wrote extensively on the importance of maintaining our autonomy, emphasizing that if we let others sway us, we become like leaves in the wind, drifting aimlessly. He famously said, "He who is everywhere is nowhere," reminding us that to be strong we must stay rooted, rather than let others lead us wherever they please. When we're in the company of manipulators, we risk being drawn away from our own values, dreams, and ambitions. We may start making choices based not on our beliefs, but on their influence, slowly losing sight of our direction. The Stoics urge us to guard our minds, to be mindful of those who aim to manipulate our emotions or choices. Life is challenging enough without others making decisions for us. And, as Marcus Aurelius would remind us, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. To be grounded, we must think for ourselves. 2. The perpetual victim. We all encounter hardship, yet while some learn, grow, and persevere, others remain mired in self-pity, defining themselves by their struggles. Stoicism teaches resilience, encouraging us to see challenges as stepping stones rather than obstacles. Epictetus argued that suffering is only in our minds. Men are disturbed not by things but by the views which they take of them. This means that while circumstances may be harsh, our interpretation and response define our experience. The perpetual victim often lives in a state of helplessness, seeing life as a relentless series of unfortunate events over which they have no control. They pull us into their worldview, tempting us to see ourselves as equally powerless. Stoics caution against this influence, warning that it can make us question our own power, eroding our confidence. When we internalize the victim's mindset, we start doubting our resilience and capability. To stay true to the Stoic path, we must choose resilience over victimhood, strength over surrender. 3. The gossip is insidious. At first it seems harmless, mere words spoken over a laugh or whispered in secret. But over time, gossip infects our thoughts and leads us away from integrity. Marcus Aurelius, a ruler surrounded by gossip and political intrigue, found wisdom in silence. He advised, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Stoicism reminds us that time spent discussing others' faults is time wasted, distracting us from our own growth. When we listen to gossip, we are drawn into a cycle of judgment, assumptions, and opinions. We drift away from clarity and purpose, pulled into others' affairs instead of focusing on our own. The gossip brings with them a cloud of negativity, urging us to see the world through a lens of fault-finding and criticism. Stoics avoid these people, recognizing that gossip plants seeds of bitterness and weakens our discipline. True wisdom lies in listening to others with respect and kindness, not speaking of them when they're absent. 4. The arrogant arrogance is the enemy of wisdom. The Stoics remind us that true wisdom comes only to those humble enough to seek it. Arrogant people believe they know all there is to know, shutting themselves off from learning. They refuse to question their ideas, and worse, expect others to follow them without question. Seneca warned, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." The arrogant refuse to see their own limitations. They dare not acknowledge their flaws. In the company of the arrogant, we may begin to adopt the same mindset, closing ourselves off from new perspectives and ignoring advice. Stoicism warns that when we think we have all the answers, we risk stagnation. Marcus Aurelius, in his humility, recognized the limits of his power and knowledge, often reminding himself to stay grounded. We must avoid arrogance, within ourselves and in others, as it blinds us to growth and keeps us from seeking the truth. 5. The rageful rage is a wildfire, spreading destruction to all it touches. Stoicism teaches the virtue of temperance, the ability to remain calm, composed, and controlled. Seneca, who described anger as temporary madness, saw that uncontrolled anger leads us down dark paths, pulling us further from reason. Those consumed by rage are at constant war with themselves and the world. They're easily provoked, lashing out at minor irritations and creating storms over small grievances. The rageful test our patience, tempting us to join them in their fury. We may find ourselves reacting impulsively, losing our sense of self. Stoicism warns us that anger is a powerful emotion, capable of clouding our judgment and pushing us toward regrettable actions. Seneca advised, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." In a world filled with provocations, the ability to pause and think clearly is rare, and it is a skill we must protect. Keep a safe distance from those who live in a state of anger, for their presence threatens our peace. 6. The envious envy is the quiet thief of joy. It sneaks into our hearts, poisoning our ability to appreciate our own lives and accomplishments. Marcus Aurelius, who often reminded himself of his role and purpose, encouraged us to find contentment within. Do not waste the remainder of your life in thoughts about others when you do not refer your thoughts to some object of common utility. Those who live in envy fail to see the beauty in their own journey, forever yearning for what others possess. In the company of the envious, we begin to question our worth, comparing ourselves to others rather than focusing on our growth. Envy clouds our judgment and sows dissatisfaction, pushing us to chase after hollow desires. Stoicism teaches contentment, urging us to focus on what we can control, our actions, our thoughts, and our reactions. To preserve our peace, we must avoid those who cannot celebrate the success of others, for they pull us away from gratitude and inner strength. 7. The nihilist. Of all the types of people we must guard against, perhaps the most corrosive is the nihilist. The nihilist believes in nothing, finding no meaning or purpose in life. To the Stoic, each day is a chance to practice virtue, to grow closer to the ideal of wisdom and courage. Epictetus reminded us, "Remember that you are an actor in a play. The play is chosen by the playwright." This life, with its trials and challenges, has purpose. Yet the nihilist rejects this, seeing existence as a void. When we are close to those who see no value in life, their darkness seeps into our thoughts, making us question our own purpose. The Stoics would urge us to recognize that meaning exists within our actions and intentions. Every breath, every choice, carries weight. To abandon purpose is to drift through life aimlessly, wasting the brief time we are given. We must avoid those who deny meaning, for they blind us to the beauty and opportunity in each day. Each of these 7 types represents a challenge, a temptation to abandon the principles we hold dear. The Stoic path is not easy, It requires vigilance, resilience, and self-discipline. Our commitment to this path is constantly tested, not only by events beyond our control but by the people we encounter. The manipulator, the victim, the gossip, the arrogant, the rageful, the envious, and the nihilist, all are figures that can distract us, weaken us, and steer us from our true purpose. Yet the wisdom of Stoicism is not to hate or fear these people. Instead, it teaches us to recognize their influence and act with clarity. We must take ownership of our journey, remaining steadfast, wise, and resilient in the face of these challenges. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Stoicism is a philosophy of action, not passive observation. It is not enough to understand the dangers posed by these types of people. We must actively protect ourselves. The Stoic mind is like a fortress, strong yet open to wisdom, guarded against influences that disrupt our peace. By choosing our companions wisely, we guard our peace and preserve our strength. For the Stoic, every decision, every interaction is an opportunity to reinforce our character, to grow closer to virtue, and to embrace the journey toward self-mastery. When we avoid these types of people, we don't shun humanity. Instead, we create a space in which we can cultivate a better version of ourselves, free from the distractions and negative influences that cloud our purpose. We are not isolating ourselves out of fear, but out of respect for the path we have chosen. To walk the path of a Stoic is to know that our energy, time, and attention are finite resources, and we must allocate them wisely. Consider each moment of life as precious, each interaction as meaningful. Epictetus reminded his followers that progress is not achieved by luck or accident, but by working on yourself daily. This philosophy is not a quick fix or a shield to hide behind. It's a path that requires dedication, practice, and relentless pursuit. The influences we allow in our lives become a part of our journey, shaping our steps, choices, and ultimately, our character. In closing, remember that Stoicism is a path of fortitude. It is a life of embracing the present moment with clarity and purpose. Avoiding these types of people is not a call to look down upon them, but a reminder to value our inner peace and maintain focus on our growth. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." And to protect that quality, we must guard against the shadows cast by those who would lead us away from virtue, from wisdom, and from strength. So, let us walk forward with the wisdom of the Stoics as our guide, wary of the forces that may sway us, yet resolute in our own strength. In this way, we are not merely avoiding certain types of people. We are committing ourselves fully to the pursuit of a life of depth, resilience, and meaning. Let each interaction, each choice, and each day serve as a testament to the values we hold dear, for in doing so, we become our own fortress, a fortress of virtue, wisdom, and enduring strength.